Hi everyone, and welcome back to Harry Talks Cities. Today we're going to be doing a tier list video of the train stations in London, or the major ones at least. Because I've been living here for about 8 months or so, and I figured I've been to all the major train stations, I have opinions on them. Why not talk about them? So, first off is Paddington, and Paddington's a pretty elegant, grand station, terminus for the Great Western Railway trains. I feel like I've spent a lot of time here, but I don't have that much of an opinion on it. Like, it's pretty average, except it's always a pain to transfer between the mainline trains and the tube trains, because especially you have to walk around the whole station and by the taxi stand to get to the Circle and Hammersmith and City lines, and it's just a complete hassle, but I feel like it's pretty average. I'll give it a C. And next up we have Marylebone. So I've been here once for the first time a few days ago. I quite liked it. I thought it was a decent station. Quite small and sort of on a random street, but it's very quaint and only has a few platforms, but it also feels very elegant and sort of the era of like the late 1800s. Sort of feels very grand, like a lot of the bigger inner city terminals, just on a smaller scale. So I'll give it a B. Next up, we have Euston. Euston is. I don't even know what to say about Euston. Like, I have nothing positive to say. Every experience I've had at Euston is just a mess. It takes forever to get out of the underground. It takes forever to actually get to the station, because I feel like I'm always coming from south of Euston Road. So I have to cross Euston Road and then figure out how to get around the construction and into the station. And then once you're in the station, it's a complete maze. It's impossible to actually get where you're going without wasting like 10 minutes more than you need to. It's constantly under construction. It's incredibly ugly, and all the modernist office buildings around it are just terrible. And it's a depressing place. I'll give it an F. So after Euston, we have St. Pancras. So I feel like I'm very conflicted about St. Pancras, because on one hand, I feel like from the outside it's a beautiful station. The hotel in front of it's absolutely stunning, and then on the inside, like the platforms and the sort of ceiling above it is quite nice. But then on the other hand, I feel like I always struggle to figure out how to get into the station, and a lot of the times it's a pain to get from the tube to or from the street, just because there's so many entrances, there's so many just different tunnels. It's such a big station, and to transfer between trains, and it's a bit of a pain. So I'd say St. Pancras, I'd give it a B. So after St. Pancras, we have King's Cross. I feel like King's Cross, it's quite nice. Like, I like the curved section with the, I think it's an M&S in it. And then the sort of like walkway through there. I feel like it's quite nice. And I like the space outside the station and the plaza. It's like, especially like on the back end when you're going towards like Granary Square and towards like the CSM campus. And it's, I don't know, it's quite a nice station. It feels somehow more grand and elegant than all the already grand and elegant stations. But I guess similar to St. Pancras, it's a bit of a pain to actually get to the tube. And it's, I don't know, it's a pretty nice station though. I'll give it a B. After King's Cross, we have Liverpool Street. I don't know why, but Liverpool Street is my favorite mainline station in London. It's just, I really like that you have to go out from the tube and like upwards and sort of walk up the stairs and to sort of get to the area around it. I feel like the entrance is very like wide and welcoming, and it's, I don't know, I feel like it's a really cool station the way it mixes the old and the new. And I really like the area around it. So Liverpool Street gets an S. Fenchurch Street. Similar to Marylebone, it's quite small, doesn't really have too much going on, and it's even more on a random middle of nowhere street. I just randomly stumbled across it one day and I was like, I didn't even realize that was where it was. And then I just walked into the station just to check it out, and it feels kind of like small and dingy and sort of dark, but like, I don't know, it just doesn't have much going on. See. So next we have London Bridge. I quite like London Bridge. Now that they redid it a few years back, it looks so nice and modern, and it's very well designed, easy to navigate. It's a beautiful station, and I really like that you can just walk across London Bridge and just you're right at the entrance of the station. It's really cool. I'll give it an A. Next up, we have Blackfriars. Blackfriars is really cool. It's straddling the Thames. Whenever you go into the station, you have river views on both sides, and I don't know, it's a really neat, unique station. I like the entrance from the south side of the Thames, where you have to sort of walk up the stairs and under the underpass, and it's like, I don't know, it's quite neat. I'll give it an A. Next up, we have Waterloo, the busiest train station in the UK. It's pretty cool. Like, I don't know, it feels very like elegant and grand, like you're somewhere busy and important. But at the same time, I feel like it's always a pain to get in the station. The area around it's kind of like, and to get from the tube to the trains and actually like figure out where you're going is a bit confusing. And it's like, it's all right. I'll give it a C. Next up, we have Charing Cross. I haven't spent much time at Charing Cross. It's been a while since I've been there, but I don't know, it's all right. I don't have too much to say about it. I've never actually needed to use the mainline trains from Charing Cross, but it's a solid station. Not too many complaints. It's like decent enough. I'll give it a B. And then finally, we have Victoria. I feel like from the outside, Victoria's like a nice standard station for London. It's like it's all right. Like it feels very elegant and grand. But I feel like all of the entrances, especially like to the tube lines, are always closed. And whenever I'm actually trying to get out of the station, I swear it always takes me like 10 minutes. And then I end up at the wrong entrance and I can never actually figure out where I'm going. And then to get to Victoria Coach Station from the tube and train station is like, it should be like 2 minutes, right? But it ends up taking 20 minutes. And it's like the biggest hassle. And Victoria Station, I can just never figure out where I'm going. And it confuses me so much. And I really, not a fan. So I'll give it D. So thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed my opinions on the various London train termini. Go ahead and like the video and subscribe, and I'll keep you guys updated as soon as I can with the new video. So thanks so much.